Welcome back. We're continuing our conversation with Charlie Colacutta, the director of Guilford County's Board of Elections. All right, so this question says, would the process move faster if a straight ticket became an option on the ballot?
Yeah, I think it probably would. We used to have it on the ballot, but that's no longer in North Carolina law that allows that, so we don't have it. But yeah, I think it could help people because the bubbling can take time.
How do I know if I'm a registered voter or not?
Oh, there's a great website. The best way to get there is from the State Board of Elections website, North Carolina State Board of Elections. There's a great lookup tool. You can put your name in. You can find whether you're registered, your sample ballot, where your polling place is, all sorts of good information.
Okay, and so this person's asking about the hours for early voting and what time the early voting polls close.
Yeah, during the weekdays, we're going from 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. For Guilford County, in other counties could be different, but for Guilford on this weekend, we're going Saturday and Sunday 10 to 4. And then the final Saturday, all the counties are going to be 8 to 3.
8 to 3. And then that final Saturday, November 2nd, that is the last day of early voting. So if you don't get it done then, you have to do it on Election Day.
That's correct. That is the last day for early voting, and you'll just have to go on Election Day.
All right, this person's saying, what should I do if I recently got married and changed my name? And maybe everything else hasn't reflected anything, all that.
Right. You can go, when you vote early or go on Election Day, you can do that name change there, and we can adjust the registration records. But if there's concerns over the photo ID, just what our training is that we're looking for the substantial equivalence of the names. So, if your maiden name became your new middle name, that's what my wife did. You can explain that, and we can try to find that equivalence. If you have documentation that maybe shows your name both ways, that could be helpful, and if there was ever an issue. But it should be okay with that standard of substantial equivalence.
And by documentation, you mean like a bill with your name on it or something of that nature?
Yeah, things like that might show it both ways, before and after.
Well, you mentioned the whole photo ID thing, and we've had a couple people ask about, I see that you can do like a form that allows you not to show a photo ID or to vote without a photo ID because maybe you left it at home. And they say, so really, do you need a photo ID to vote?
Well, you do need a photo ID to efficiently walk in there and cast a normal ballot. But there are options for people that don't have ID or have an issue that is preventing them from presenting that photo ID. So voters that don't have one, they can go in and you can do a provisional ballot. And then you have two options. You can say, I'm going to get an ID and bring it back to the Board of Elections office before that 10-day canvass period, or I'm going to sit here and I'm going to do what's called an exception form. Sorry, and there are check boxes the voters can indicate why did they have an impediment to presenting that ID, and unless that affidavit is done falsely, we can count that provisional ballot.
Okay. This person says, can I leave blanks for those that I don't know enough about the candidates to make an informed choice?
Sure, you can certainly leave any office blank on that ballot that you want. It's called an undervote, and you can certainly choose to not vote for any contest you want on that ballot.
And it doesn't kick out the ballot.
It does not affect any other contest, does not affect your ballot at all. It just affects that very specific contest you're talking about.
I've seen a lot of pictures at the polls. Am I allowed to take a picture of myself voting?
Yes, you are, but you can't get your ballot. That's North Carolina law that it is illegal to take a picture of your ballot. But you can get yourself in the booth, your I voted sticker. You can do a lot of things, just not the ballot.
Gotcha. Okay, that I voted sticker. It's very important, isn't it? Lots of people like that I voted sticker. Charlie, thank you for your time. We know that you are extremely busy at this point. Hey, folks at home, if you missed any of our conversation, a lot of common questions, you want to see this information again, it's going to be posted on our website in the Who Wants to Know section.